Good morning, beautiful people out there in the interwebs. My name is Mike Walgrave. I'm a realtor for Remax Advantage Plus, part of the Walgrave Real Estate Group out of Savage, Minnesota. And we're here to talk moving Minnesota today. We were on Dakota County this week, kind of giving you a little inside look into the county, help you make a decision where you might want to move around the Twin Cities metro area. As you can see, I'm not in the studio today. The studio is mobile, so this is something new and different. Hopefully it doesn't cause any problems. We got a big meeting is why I'm here. We have 22 offices around Remax, around the Twin Cities. So if you want to meet at any of these places, talk about buying or selling your home, we got the office space around the cities, which is highly convenient. Not many realtors can offer that. But I'm at the Bloomington location right now in their parking lot. We have a conversation about new paperwork coming out in August. Some of you may or may not know that there was this big lawsuit against the National Association of Realtors, or NAR, and that got settled out this past spring, and the new things are going to be kicking in mid-August, and nobody really exactly knows what's going to happen at this point even. So it's a mess for the whole real estate world. So I will keep you informed on that. There might be additional paperwork we're going to have to sign before we get down to business. It might not be as wild west as before, but there'll be more to come on that as we get closer to mid-August. But other than that, let's get back to the business here. We're on Dakota County. It's in the southeast part of the Twin Cities, 7-county metro central area. They got a good 30 lakes down in Dakota County. They have 11 protected wildlife areas and 10 libraries. There's some stats for you. I think everybody should be able to enjoy lakes, protected areas, and libraries. So yes. Of those three, Garrett, which one are you the biggest fan of?
Probably a lake.
Okay. We got Crystal Lake. Man, I should have sent you the video to pop up here from this 4th of July party. Mike Overson of Luminate Lending invited all the realtors to. It was something right out of the movies, basically. Big fireworks display, live music, grand house on this beautiful lake. Yeah, it was nuts.
Yeah, you guys were shooting the fireworks right over the lake.
Exactly. They had about 5 pontoon boats out there just checking it out, and
That's cool.
Very cool. Hopefully we can get Overson on the show. Actually, we'll try to bring that up. He actually led the band that he brought on there. That was the first time they opened up.
Oh wow!
Dusty Rubbers were the name of it, and
that's great.
And he's got quite the personality, sense of humor. He's a rock star at heart, and so he actually looked the part. He had like the whole red, white, and blue getup going on, and some Axl Rose hair with headband, 80s hair kind of thing. And
that's great. Yeah, the 4th of July in Minnesota are amazing. Like I was saying yesterday, the Minnesota summers are wonderful. I mean, it's 64 degrees this morning. No wind. I mean, but that is one thing that Minnesota is known for, is the wind. But yeah, no wind. It's a real calm, chill morning.
Yeah, today is fabulous in July. It's like low of 58, high of 76 in the Twin Cities. Rest of the country seems to be on fire under heat advisory right now.
Yeah, it's crazy. So people on the morning show this morning were saying, talking in triple digits, and humidity levels in the 80s and 90s, and
it's San Diego weather right here in the cities now. So
absolutely,
too bad it can't be like this all the time. And but take the beautiful days when you can.
Yes, absolutely.
The crappy days will make you appreciate them more. So
I have a good friend that says you create your own sunshine.
Yes, that's a good quote. Very good quote. But I have to admit, my day starts typically how the day is looking outside, and I don't like the fact that the weather can make me feel a certain way, but it does.
Yeah, absolutely. That sunshine makes a big difference.
It does. You get that vitamins just from the light. Yes. Well, should we move on to these market stats here? We don't got too much time today here. I got to get into this meeting pretty quick.
Yeah, absolutely. So we did go over some facts yesterday that we're going to kind of run back through and kind of go over them a little more.
Yep. All right. So what we're looking at here is the SPAR report, the St. Paul Association of Area Realtors. And this is part of the information I get as being a realtor. It kind of gives you a little idea of the market. Now, if you're not familiar with the stats and the comparisons of other, well, that makes it kind of a difficult thing. But this is kind of a starting point for us in terms of what to look at when you're trying to figure out a market in an area. And so this is for the whole county. I think next time we should probably do by zip code. But for today's purposes, let's go through the numbers of Dakota County. New listings are down from last year, 2023. That box on the right is the numbers we're looking at there. So last year there was 770 listings. This year there was 695. So it's relatively in the same area, but it is down, which means that there's not as many houses for sale on the market as there were last year, which can make prices go up. And also it shows you that it's probably a seller's market still. When those numbers start climbing, then it goes more in the buyer's favor in terms of what you can get for your dollar. Closed sales are down, so the market slowed down from last year, June at this time. Went from 655 closed sales down to 551. The next metric would be the median sales price. Oh, don't
Technical
worry.
difficulties.
The phone was not hurt, so yes. Stay there. All right. Good thing I'm not driving and doing this. It'd be, So the median price of sales continues to rise in the Twin Cities. I don't think there's been too many down points, as we'll look at the bottom graph here in a moment. It's up 1.3%. The median sales price is up from 390,000 last year in June to this year at 395. The average sales price is increasing 1.6%. It went up from 414,467 and now up to 421.09. Price per square foot continues to rise, up 1.7%. It's $192 last year to $195 this year. Days on market, it's gone up 25.9%. That's probably due to these higher interest rates and the higher prices. Last year, houses flying off the market at 26 days. This year is 34 days. And that all depends what kind of houses you're looking at and what, how old they are. Like this open house I was going to do on Sunday. I don't know if I'm doing it anymore, by the way, because they already got an offer within the first couple of days of putting it on the market. So,
Oh, dang. Okay.
I'll keep us updated on Friday if that's going down or not. But so yeah, stuff flies off the market. Some of it doesn't even get captured by the data, depending on how they do the sale too. So, your economic data, and then we'll move to the bottom of the graph here. Mortgage rates, 30-year fixed is around 6.9%. 15-year fixed rate is 6.17%. That's your interest rate for your mortgage. So if you go with a fixed year 15, you'll have a smaller rate, less risk of defaulting in 15 years perhaps, rather than a 30-year project. And the consumer price index, everybody should probably be tracking this anyways, since it affects us every day and what we buy just for survival items. It's inflation. The last 10, 12 months, all items in the index increased by 3%. So that may come down in an election year as you get closer to the election. I don't know. There's manipulation of gas prices, it seems like. I don't know. We're not even going to get into that, actually. There's theories on it. That's not this kind of show here. This bottom graph here we're looking at with the green and the gray line, get that nice little W. Oh, now. Nice little W at the beginning. The market was kind of like ups and downs for the first, if I can see the actual days or the year at the bottom. So that takes us all the way back to 2008. So there was like a crash of the market in 2008. And then as you move up into 2011, 2012, the market had another crash, and then it went on this run for like the next huge, it went for a big run. The line in the middle represents, I believe, the average over the life of the home, like the historical average 100% point. And it shows like basically if you're increasing or decreasing value. But as you can see, prices came down, but then stabilized over that mark of how many years. Don't have that in front of me. But it has continued to rise, and the market has been performing very well for real estate. So if you're an investor, that's a happy looking graph in the most part. Some people are trying to plan for the next crash. Tends to be inevitable, but it all depends. Like, they had some shady lending stuff going on at the front end of that, which really contributed to the economy falling in the tank. So hopefully we don't have a rerun of that, and things have gotten a little bit more normalized. Steady rolling is a lot better than ups and down swings like those. So, but yes, that would be today's market data stats. Dakota County is looking pretty good. All right, well, that ended that section. Moving on to the next section, I should probably get into the building. I think I'll take the camera with me, and we'll kind of take a look around what this building has, I think. I don't think they'll have a problem with that, but so we got more information coming up tomorrow. We're not going to tell you what it is. We're just going to tease you with it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be entertaining. It's going to make you want to move to Minnesota. Today's reasons to move to Dakota County. We got the top 10 restaurants recommended in Dakota County. We have the House of Coats, the Merrick's Woodier Oven and Tavern, Little Oscar's Restaurant, Duff's Tavern on Main, Dan's Bar and Grill, the Stein House, A Taste of Tabe. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Bourbon Butcher Kitchen, Giuseppe's Italian Ristorante. I met the owner of that. Actually, he was looking at investing in properties.
Okay.
Giuseppe's. He's actually not even Italian. I think he's from Jordan. So,
oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, first generation immigrant, and Wang's Kitchen. It's a Chinese restaurant. So there's a few suggestions for restaurants in Dakota County if you're looking for something different to try. Myself, I'm a big fan of the wildlife management areas, and there's quite a few in Dakota County. We got the Chubb Lake Wildlife Management Area, the Fort Snelling State Park, Hastings Sand Coulee Scientific and Natural Area, the Milesville Ravine Park Reserve, the Minnesota Valley National Wildlife Refuge, the Mississippi National River and Recreation Area, the Murphy Rayan. Oh man, I'm bad with names. The Murphy Park Reserve, the National Wildlife Refuge, the Spring Lake Regional Park and Park Reserve, and the Vermilion Highlands. All excellent parks to check out. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Yes. We may have to go more in depth and get some tours. That might be the secret that I'm telling you right now that we might have coming up. But don't hang me on any promises. Well, I think that covers the gist of the meat today. I'm not gonna try to split too many hairs since I got to get back into this building here. But if any of you guys out there watching and listening are thinking about moving around Minnesota, thinking about moving to Minnesota, please reach out to me. Maybe I'm the right person for you, maybe not. And that's what you need to consider when you're trying to find a realtor to sell your house or buy a house. You're talking about a pretty important investment. You're talking about big dollars. So finding somebody you're comfortable with and that you work well with is very huge. So instead of just going with your sister's cousin's brother, something or other that just got their license, that maybe doesn't know what they're doing, or you just pick some random person, try to maybe get to know them a little bit. And that's what moving Minnesota is, and its essence is that hopefully it gives you a little bit of idea of who I am as a person and a realtor. So by the time we meet, you're probably already comfortable with me, ideally. So, but yeah, talk to 2 to 3 realtors at least, see what they can bring to the table. If we were to sit down, say at this office or at a coffee shop or even at your place, I'll probably have something like this. This is a buyer's representation. It's just a big, I mean, it blasts at everything that Walgrave Real Estate Group can do that other realtors can't. Um, what Remax can do, what other realtors can't. Remax is the biggest realtor in the Twin Cities in terms of the 13 county area in sales. They captured 19.5% or 20% of the market here, with the next biggest one being Coldwell Banker at 14.2. So Remax is the big dog in town. The Minnesota real estate team is the number 1 team in Minnesota. And in fact, they're the number 3 Remax in the world. So
Damn.
yeah, it's these are the big dogs if you want to talk to the big dogs. So, and all that, you get, here's your typical realtor stuff that you'll get. Here's the service we bring, more service we bring. So I can definitely justify why you're paying me the big bucks to make you save the big bucks or earn the big bucks. So
Yes, absolutely.
that's how we work. Oh yeah, let's sign this off. I'll take this in the inside here. Or at least let's get a look at this Bloomington building. Just right off I-35 here, south of Minneapolis downtown. This is one of the buildings. We're up on the 3rd floor, the Bloomington office for Remax Advantage Plus. So, very convenient. I could travel anywhere in the cities to meet up with you, and in fact, I could probably travel to other Remax places in the state of Minnesota to chat as well. So, much flexibility. But yeah, I think we should wrap this up, Garrett. I appreciate you hosting today and producing.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, and we'll get together tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. We're doing this. Show number 4 will be tomorrow. We're still working out the kinks, trying to bring you some value as a viewer, and trying to make real estate great for you. My name is Mike Walgrave. You can call me at 612-930-2929. You can catch me on my YouTube channel, Movie Minnesota, or you can email me at michael@walgrave.com. That's about all I have for you. You guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.